Yeah, Jeremy, it's not calm at all. We've come right up to the police line at the bottom of Whitehall here. A group of protesters who were right at the police line have, some of them at least, gone down, they say, towards Parliament. There you hear firecrackers going off as they are doing sporadically here. Missiles being thrown at the police, and some of them fairly large indeed. There was another one just went over, hit the officers, luckily on the shield there. But I don't know if Sid, our cameraman, can show you just down on the ground in the front of the officers there, some of the, which are clearly fairly significant sized bricks. There's some roadworks around here in Whitehall. So what's been happening is that some of the bricks from that appear to have been used to be thrown at officers, along with bottles and sticks. And they've been chanting as well, "Kettle the police," and rather bizarrely, two slightly older gentlemen there right at the front of the protest towards the police, as again the demonstrators start to surge forward and test these police lines. And of course it's not just here at the front. There are quite a number of protesters back further up Whitehall who are covering the back end of these police officers as well. So in a way they are contained within a police containment. So it's a rather bizarre image, but a potentially dangerous image, as again more missiles being thrown towards these police officers just now. Jeremy, as I speak to you, actually just to the left of our shot, there's a barrier coming over. Police have been aware of that. Let's just see this unfold. Jeremy, the police officers moved in with some of their longer shields towards the front as they see that barrier making its way towards their ranks, just to try to offer them some kind of protection. Again, it's something that they rehearse for. It doesn't mean that it's not dangerous. It is potentially highly dangerous for these officers, but they do train for objects like this, lunge towards them, and essentially they grab it and try and toss it over their own heads so it doesn't injure the officers. But we know, of course, that some officers, 6 indeed thus far, have been injured, 2 of them seriously, one and again another barrier being pushed with a lot of force right towards those police. I would imagine that the police are probably going to baton charge this crowd any time now, Jeremy. They're going to push those protesters back. Well, it's funny, Jeremy, because I've had quite a few of the protesters coming up to me today and saying, don't just assume because we've got our faces covered that, you know, it's very cold here, and the reason a lot of people, they've told me, have their faces covered is to keep out the cold. But there is also no doubt that there is a trend for those who are indulging in violent activity and criminal damage to cover their faces, because they know that identification is an issue and that they may not be caught tonight. Jeremy, just as I speak, you can see, yeah, indeed, as I predicted, there would be that charge forward to try and push these protesters back. It is getting, again, very dangerous in here, as it does from time to time, Jeremy. But the police is determined to push them back as far as they can at this time. And of course you can hear the protesters shouting, "Shame on you," back to the police. Difficult to know exactly what the police would do as they're coming under a sustained attack like that, but certainly those particular protesters have their own view of what they see as perhaps aggressive police tactics. But Yeah, there is aggression here. We can see where a lot of that aggression is coming from. It's blatantly obvious from the pictures when you see these barriers being picked up and really plunged into those officers with such force. It is a very dangerous situation, and clearly others are just willing to hit out of the officers with poles or anything else that they can get a hold of. And just all around me, Jeremy, as I speak to you, there's many other protesters, a lot of them just looking on in curiosity at what's going on here, it has to be said. But once... Yes, I mean, as I say, it's a very dangerous situation that we're in now. It's what's been happening sporadically throughout the day, where you will get groups of protesters pushing forward, testing the police lines and using anything they can find to hand to throw at these police officers. The police, trying to gain control of the situation, push the protesters forward. And of course what the police are doing as well is trying to guard their vans here down at the bottom end of Whitehall. There's a number of vans that are surrounded at this stage, and remember the scenes just a few weeks ago involving that particular police van, which resulted in a lot of news attention and not an insignificant amount of criticism for the police as well, with many demonstrators actually describing this as a bait van and saying that it had been left by the police to be vandalised. My sources tell me that's absolute and utter nonsense. There was many personal belongings. Police officers will often leave their wallets and other things in there when they are taking part in these protests. Jeremy, the crowd surging forward now again. Jeremy, the police now pushing forward, trying to regain control of the situation, and lots of fireworks now. Jeremy, lots of fireworks now being also fired towards the police lines as well. Also, these on live still.
You got any hats? Have you got any hard hats?
Are you seeing the pictures okay? Are they giving you a good indication of how just fucking mental it is now? It's seriously fucking dangerous. The police are pretty much lost control of this area. They're going to need their reinforcements in because I can't imagine.
Coming, your time is up. I've got your film. It's very, very simple. Your time is up. We've seen you, and we're going to the first.